everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Do Guy, coming at y'all with a pregame live. LSU is gonna be taking on Texas A&M, man. Just wanted to chop it up with y'all a little bit before the game. Last regular season game for the Tigers, man, before the bowl game. And clearly, today is more about we trying to get the 10 wins, but I think the main key for us today is we try to get Jaden Daniels this Heisman. Like Jaden Daniels been the best player in college football all season long. And we trying to solidify him with this Heisman trophy, man, to put on this resume. Um, he's been the best player. He has the most yards. Texas A&M is a good defensive team. They got a good front. Jaden Daniels struggled against this team last year, when he played them. So it's a lot. They got an interim coach over there, and I'm sure, those guys want to play well for him. So yeah, I mean, it's a lot on the line, obviously. So gotta get this done, man. Gotta get it done today. Get this win and for Daniels to have a really big day. Bo Nix, had a good game last night. Wasn't nothing special about his performance last night, but he did have a good game. And basically what it boils down to is do you go with the team, the player with the most with that's been the best, player that looked the best, been the best, the most prolific, or do you go with the quarterback of the best team? You know what I'm saying? So that's really what it boils down to when it comes to the voters. But Daniel's got to put on we got to win, and Daniel's got to have a great performance today. If he does that, he got a real shot at this Heisman in a couple of weeks, man. But he got to go out there tonight and today this morning and put on a really really good performance, against a really good stout Texas A&M defense. Um, Not a great team, but really good defensive team, So we gonna see what happens, man. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what he does, yo. As he's just been a highlight reel waiting to happen, all season long, man. The Florida State game was probably the only game where he didn't look particularly great, but he still had, a pretty solid game. You know what I'm saying? Um, but every game after that, I think he did his thing. What's up, D Live 2010? Does Daniels have another year? Nah, this it. This it. Since last year, he got two more games left. Maybe one. We'll see. If he shoots up them draft boards, man, really and truly, it's really no reason for him to play in a bowl game, to be honest with y'all. But nah, this it. This is last season. He going after this season, yo. Like I said, he's shooting up these draft boards, So it ain't the season ain't go the way we wanted it to go. I felt like this team had a real legit shot at the SEC this year, coming into the season, and obviously it didn't go the way we wanted it to go. But it would feel real good, man, if Jade Daniels could win the Heisman Trophy, man. It would feel like somewhat of a success for this season if we could get us another quarterback to win the Heisman. And then you got the guy that's for the 2025 class. I think it's Bryce Underwood. I think his name is not only the number one quarterback, but the number one overall player in the class of 2025 as a quarterback. And if LSU puts, I think he's committing in January. I think at I think the Under Armour game or something like that. I think he gonna commit at. But if you look at LSU and you got two Heisman quarterbacks, on the resume, man, that bodes well for to getting these quarterbacks. You need a difference maker at that position. The days of just having a game manager and getting by, like Florida State, man, that's a huge loss for Florida State with Jordan Travis. I felt Florida State with Jordan Travis could have won the national championship. I don't feel that way no more. You need that guy to play well, even if he's not a household name, but you still need him to play well. And if, your quarterback goes out there and plays well, it gives your team, an opportunity to win week in and week out. So Clearly, we got other things we got to get situated. We got to see what we're gonna do with this defensive coaching staff. I feel like they should all be fired. To be honest with you, um, but then we got to get us some players in. We got to get us some we got to get ourselves some more players in there. And I think once we do that, we'll be all right, man. That's why I feel like solidifying this quarterback position is so big. Then Texas and OU coming in. You think any SEC middle of the road teams or powers are going to fall off a little bit with them coming in? Um, I look at a team like Texas A&M. Depends on who they hire. If they don't hit on this next head coach, they could really like start bottoming out a little bit. Because Texas, I think, is going to start taking some of them prize recruits that they've been taking, because they had the benefit of the doubt by being in the SEC. So, a lot of those recruits going to be like, well, all right, Texas in the SEC too. Plus, they're a better team. You know what I'm saying? So, I think OU and Texas coming into the SEC could affect Texas A&M more than anybody. What's up, Trey Brown? Fly Eagles fly. That's right. Fly Eagles fly. Big one tomorrow with the Buffalo Bills, yo. But yeah, I do think that A&M is the team that's gonna get the most gonna get the biggest hit from Texas and Oklahoma coming into the SEC. Uh, Good games today too, man. The only reason I hate that LSU is playing at 11 a.m. Central is because like I really wanted to watch this Ohio State Michigan game, but I'm gonna check it out like whenever we get on commercial and stuff. What's up, Brian Turn? Appreciate you tuning in, bro. Do you think this interior LSU O line can hold up against this talented A&M D line? It's a good question, man. This is probably, with the exception of Florida State, this is probably going. Alabama got a good front, but this A&M front is really good. I think we will. I think we will. I feel good about this game today. I definitely do think we will. It's a lot on the line as far as Jaden Daniels Heisman candidacy. But I think we're gonna do all right. This a very interesting game, man. And them got a lot of talent over there, as we all know. And sometimes when you play these teams with these interim coaches, man, they come in with a new swag with a new chip on their shoulder. I mean, look in the NFL, look at the Las Vegas Raiders, firing Josh McDaniels and now and Antonio Pierce. That team is gonna be a problem the rest of the year. You know what I'm saying? Not that not saying they will or won't make the playoffs, but they're gonna be a problem. I mean, they played the Dolphins, to the T. And with A&M, I know they got off to a slow start against Abilene Christian last week, but they got it together. I mean, they still got Moose Muhammad over there. They got a lot of talent, man. Um, but I do think we're gonna hold up good. It's gonna be difficult, but I think we hold up good. Getting Logan Diggs today back today helps a lot as well. As I'm looking at these Heisman odds, they're saying Bo Nix the favorite, man. They got Bo Nix one, they got Jaden Daniels two. I'm an Eagles fan and Arkansas Hogs fan. What do you think is wrong with my Hogs? Man, I'm disappointed in Arkansas this year, man. I thought Arkansas would be a lot better with KJ Jefferson coming back and with Rocket Sanders being there. I thought they'll be a lot better. I think they've lost some close games too. LSU was a close loss. Alabama, um, Mississippi State was a close loss, but that was a bad close loss. Like they shouldn't have been playing with their team. And they got boat race yesterday once KJ. Well, I didn't watch the whole game. I watched like a little bit of the first half, and the little bit I watched, KJ Jefferson got injured, and then the thing just really got out of hand. I don't want to. I like Sam Pittman. I actually think that he's one of those coaches that you don't move on from him unless you just know you got somebody better. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, I just think it's a combination of bad luck and something got to change over there. You know, I think he survives. I think he gets another year, but next year Arkansas gonna have to be whole lot better. I understand this LSU defense is bad and A&M is talented, but if this defense gets shredded, what possible scenarios prevents Matt House from getting fired? Bro, to be honest with you, I think he gone. Like, I don't think. I think the only way like he comes back is if like this team all of a sudden, pitches a shutout or something. Then I don't even know if that's good enough. Matt House cannot be LSU's defensive coordinator next year. Like with all this talent, with all this talent going around and stuff like that, man. I do not believe that Matt House will be back next year. I think he's gone. So I don't think there's anything he could do. You ever go to the Bayou Classic? I have, man. Years. It was years ago though, man. Like I was young. It was years ago. Shout out to SU, man. I spent a lot of time at Southern University, man. I didn't attend there, but I spent a lot of time over there. Had a bunch of friends and family that went there, went on campus, got to watch the band practice their cadences and stuff like that. And just a real live festive place, man. For me, when it's Bayou Classic, I'm always team Jaguars, yo. Like I'm always team Jaguars when it comes to the Bayou Classic, man. But I'm gonna have my eye on it a little bit today. I hate that it's not what it used to be though. I remember when I was young, man, it was on NBC, like in the middle of the day. It was on national NBC. And it's lost its luster over the years for whatever reason, man. And I hate it, man, because it was a game that not only myself, but and I still keep up with it. I still gonna know what's going on. But man, it used to be bigger than what it is now, man. I hate that it's lost a lot of its luster, man. But I'm team Jaguars though. Like I'm team SU, man, human jukebox. I'm team Southern, man. Never been to Grambling State's campus. But Southern, man, spent a lot of time over there, man. Had a lot of fun over there. Yeah, man. Shout out to the SU Jaguars today. Do you think LSU can flip a commitment from number 2 overall player and number 1 athlete Terry Bossy, or is A&M a school at least generally like outside of the money? I think with A&M, and I could be wrong. I think with A&M is all about the money. Like, I mean, personally, why would kids want to go there if it wasn't for the money? How I feel, like they don't win anything. It's not like it's in like LA or Miami or somewhere that's really fun to live. And not all due respect to that area, but I mean it's not somewhere where it's like, people, just want to flock to College Station, Texas. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely think it is about money. And yeah, LSU got a chance to flip them. Another one I'm really looking at is Dominique McKinley. From Acadiana High. They shout out to them. They playing Holy Cross today, as a matter of fact, in the playoffs. Also, man, let me say this real quick too, man. Let me for everybody that speaking of LSU. Shout out to Jawan Johnson, man, at LCA, who's going to be at LSU next year. I actually went to the game last night. He broke the Louisiana high school all time total yards record last night, man. Held by Brock Berlin at Evangel. Everybody know Brock Berlin played at Miami and at Florida. But Jawan Johnson broke that record last night, which I get into this conversation with a lot of people like, why is he playing defense, man? Because he looks a lot like Jaden Daniels, man. To be honest with you, he's not as tall as him, but like as far as his skill sets, he got all the Jaden Daniels skill sets, his ability to scramble, throw, run, but he's a defensive back on the next level, man. I just wanted to give a shout out to him right quick, man. But yeah, man. I think we could definitely get Bossy from A&M. Let's see. It's lost its luster because HBCUs are more concerned about vanity than football. Yeah, man, and it's sad, Brian, man, because that was the thing this weekend, man. Like, you know, especially whenever LSU, remember LSU used to play Arkansas on Black Friday every year. So Saturdays, everything was Bayou Classic. Bayou Classic was what it was on Saturdays. Like, that's the main thing that we always focus on and getting ready to watch. And like I said, I went it's been a long time, man. It's been a long time, man. Last time I went there, I want to say I was still in high school, man. It was I want to say 2003. It was like a couple of years before Katrina, because the year Katrina, that year they actually had it in Houston, when Katrina hit. And I remember College Game Day was there and everything, man. I remember that. But yeah, man, it's just I hate how he's lost his luster, man. It really has. Like I said, me personally, I'm still gonna check it out, and I still root for Southern. I still want to see who wins and what happens and everything. But yeah, it's lost its luster, man. Unfortunately, you know. Yeah, man. And I would you would think that with everything going on and how nowadays we're trying to promote the HBCUs more than we have in years, that things like the Bayou Classic would start taking shape. I mean, even when you watch on TV, you had a lot of celebrities there, a lot of celebrities there. One thing I want to go to is the Battle of the Band on Friday nights. I watch it. I watch like highlights from it online all the time, but I don't never go because usually I'm at a high school football quarterfinal game on those Fridays. Yeah, and my cousin Reg Turner from South Plaquemine holds the total yards record. Brock Berlin holds the passing records. Congrats to Jawan. He's a 5-star for real, for real. Oh, that's what's up, man. Shout out to Reg Turner. But yeah, man, Jawan big time, man. Jawan big time, man. Yeah, it was there last night, man. Just they played against McDonough 35. And he did his thing. Did his thing, yo. Why do Dallas Cowboy fans think their team is great and they can hang with the Eagles? The media even say it. I heard them saying yesterday that they blew out Washington, but they played us. They lost. I mean, it's always gonna be the case with the Cowboys, man. They always gonna get more credit than they deserve for stuff. Dallas just they hate us, man. Like I understand it. It's a rivalry. They feel like we got lucky last time we beat them. They feel like, well, they know Dak usually does well, against against us. So they got a lot of confidence brewing from that. You know what I'm saying? But nah, man, Dallas ain't what it is, man. I laugh because a lot of them was just really expecting us to lose to the Chiefs, and the fact that we didn't lose that game hurt a lot of their feelings, man. What's up, Raymond Thomas? LOL, Deron Bland, the best cornerback in the NFC. Eagles versus Cowboys, 40 points last year. Deron Bland is not the best cornerback in the NFC, man. He's the most hey, shout out to him. Single season record for pick sixes. That's impressive. I can't hate on that. He's an opportunistic corner that when you throw the ball around him, he takes it and brings it the other way. But I don't consider him a real lockdown, shutdown type of corner. No, like not at all, man. But and last year, okay, and guess what? You lost in the second round, man. You still haven't been to an NFC. How old are you, Raymond Thomas? How old are you, man? Like y'all ain't been to NFC Championship game since 1995. NFC Championship game. Will y'all finally get that this year? Will y'all finally get that this year, yo? I thought y'all was gonna do it last year. I thought we'd have had Eagles, Cowboys, NFC Championship game at the link, but y'all wet the bed again. Really, they are jealous because they want to be our team and they hate our success. All I know is Bland gets cooked by Devontae like the deep ball. By the way, I will be at the game 2 weeks from now. Man, that's what's up, man. Hey, hold it down out there, yo. Hold it down for us, man. Um, but yeah, man, like Bland is not no lockdown corner, man. Like he's not. He's opportunistic. And like I said, Dallas feasting on bad teams. Look, Dallas, the only thing Dallas is better at than the Eagles is beating bad teams. We don't just destroy bad teams like that. Dallas just use all their might and destroy bad teams. They better at beating bad teams than the Eagles. I'll give them that. What's up, 49ers faithful? The Cowboys ain't winning. Eagles got better shot than Cowboys. Yeah, Cowboy. I mean, exactly. Like it ain't even debatable, man. Like the Cowboys ain't winning nothing, man. Like they gonna beat up just like the Thursday. They gonna beat up on the Seahawks because the Seahawks reeling a little bit. So we gonna see. Niners on the Cowboys. Yeah, they do. They do, man. I gotta agree with that. Like I definitely gotta agree with you on that one, man. Like especially that it get worse and worse every time they play. The score get more and more out of hand every time they play, man. It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny how these Cowboy fans really think they about to do something, man. It's hilarious. But all right, y'all, man. Let me run, man. Get ready for this LSU game. Get a little situated and stuff. Come back, join me for halftime. I will be live at halftime, and also once the game over, I'll be live with a post game live as well. Till then, man, y'all enjoy the first half of this game. Talk to y'all at halftime. Go Tigers.